Hello, Teacher Kim here. Welcome back to my channel. I am going to do my devotional for today, for this week. This is called What Rules Your Life, and it comes from Proverbs 31, 10, verses 10 through 31. I'm going to read those first. And this is the characteristics of a wife of noble character. And as I head into my birthday, when this post will be my birthday, my 35th birthday, it means a lot to me to try to be a wife of noble character. I fail at it every day, but I do try to put my family first and do what I can for my family. So, Proverbs 31, 10, verses 10 through 31. Who can find a virtuous and capable wife? She is more precious than rubies. Her husband can trust her, and she will greatly enrich his life. She brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. She finds wool and flax and busily spins it. She is like a merchant ship, bringing her food from afar. She gets up before dawn to prepare breakfast for her household and plan the day's work for her servant girls. She goes to inspect a field and buys it. With her earnings she plants a vineyard. She is energetic and strong, a hard worker. She makes sure her dealings are profitable. Her lamp burns late into the night. Her hands are busy spinning thread, her fingers twisting fiber. She extends a helping hand to the poor and opens her arms to the needy. She has no fear of winter for her household, for everyone has warm clothes. She makes her own bedspreads. She dresses in fine linen and purple gowns. Her husband is well known at the city gates, where he sits with the other civic leaders. She makes belted linen garments and sashes to sell to the merchants. She is clothed with strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future. When she speaks, her words are wise, and she gives instructions with kindness. She carefully watches over everything in her household and suffers nothing from laziness. Her children stand and bless her. Her husband praises her. There are many virtuous and capable women in the world, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceptive, and beauty does not last, but a woman who fears the Lord will be greatly praised. Reward her for all she has done. Let her deeds publicly declare her praise. Now, I'll be honest with you, I do suffer from laziness. But the only things in here that I am doing well on is that my lamp burns late into the night, that I wake early to prepare the household, um, and that I do give instructions with kindness. Otherwise, I have a lot to learn. But our devotional for today is written by Linda Dillow. A very familiar passage, Proverbs 31, 10 through 31, which we just read, gives a portrait of a woman of character and wisdom. When you read about this superwoman, what comes to your mind? A long litany of her achievements? I thought so. She was a paramount doer, yet if you look carefully at the text, you will discover that all she accomplished flowed from her inner character. This woman took her knowledge of God and applied it in a skillful and successful way, so that her life became a picture of beauty. It's interesting that we don't know her name or what she looked like. We don't know anything about her personality. We do know, however, that her husband and grown children praised her. Did you note what they praised her for? Not because she was up at dawn, working into the night, or because she sewed their clothes, organized the home, or took food to the poor. They praised her for her spiritual character. What a tribute. Of all the women they knew, she was the best. This exceptional woman believed that God was the blessed controller of her life, but she also knew that God expected her to make godly choices to rule over herself. The Proverbs 31 woman was not controlled by her circumstances and the demands of her family, her household, or her home business. She was ruler of her attitudes, her time, and her schedule. Her relationship with God was central. All that she became was a result of her yielding to his sovereign control. She allowed him to place his brushstrokes on the canvas of her life, but she also chose to rule her appearance, her mouth, and her activities. And what I take from this is it's not about everything you do. It's not about all the things you can do, all the money you can earn. It's about being the best you can be for your family, for yourself, and most importantly for God. It's about following God and doing what He says for us to do. That is not easy. That is so hard to do. It's a choice you have to make every day. And like it says, we need to allow God to place His brushstrokes on the canvas of our lives. We can't try to live our life like we're in charge. We're not in charge. God knows what we're going to do before we do it. He allows us to make choices. He gives us free will, but He still knows what you're going to do. And I take comfort in that He knows that even though, something bad might happen at work or your kids aren't listening and they're driving you crazy, and I take comfort knowing that God knows. He knows, and it's okay. And when I lose my patience, He forgives me. My kids forgive me, and I keep moving. So my prayer for you is that you follow God, be the best person you can be, and if that means, for whatever it means, whatever God has in store for you, follow Him, because when you do that, your character and your actions speak for themselves. Well, that's all I have for today. I look. I hope to see you back. Subscribe. Let me know what you think. If you agree, maybe you disagree. Maybe you are doing all the boxes on the Godly Woman list and you're awesome like that, and that's great. And I think that is awesome. My kids are alive. My kids are homeschooled. They're learning. They're growing. They're um, independent of me, and so I'm very thankful for what I've done, what I'm blessed with. Thankful for a husband who works very hard, and I'm thankful for jobs where I can work at home and be with my kids and still make good money and have fun while I work. So I will see you next time. Bye.